Hi there, it's Robin from Tintin. I hope you're well. Welcome to this abdominal conditioning training session with me. I'm hoping my camera is going to come and join me in a minute. Here we go. Let's go for it this way. It suddenly got stuck with me as I was trying to set you up. Okay, welcome to this ab training session. So today we are going to be looking at all the abdominal strength and the back muscles. And so as a precursor to this, as always, please grab yourself a pint of water, take a sip, look around your lips and hydrate. So cheers. Put your water safely to the side and let's find a space. Now, as always, please let people know you take a partner training session. And if you've got any back problems or core problems, please consult your physician before taking part. And from there, put some nice soft music in the background for you. Check around one way, check around the other. Make sure you're not going to put your hands on anything. Make sure you've got some light weights, which you might choose to use later on in this training set. Now, as you can see, I'm in barefoot for this training session. And from here, we're going to have our feet fist cup apart, toes facing forward. If you can afford yourself to be in barefoot, please do so. Anatomically, that's the best thing for you. So we're going to work through that today. From here, we're going to drive our pelvis forward. We're going to lift our chest, retract our shoulder blades back into position, and feel that ankle mobility. Hi, Chris. From here, we're going to stretch up nice and high, elongate, and push up. We're going to try and work on thinking about what our body is designed to do. So everyone has got different lifestyles, different work, different working training. And so therefore, as a result, your body will form different positions. And so if you're seated a lot, you'll be in a lot of hip flexion. And if you're a builder, perhaps you'll be on your feet all day long. And if you're a lawyer, perhaps you might be seated and standing all day long. So there's all lots of different things, different jobs, different horses, different courses. We stretch out, we let that go. We're allowing the feet just to become nice and moving. We've got the knees tracking forward and back. We've got our pelvis driven forward, our chest lifted up nice and high. And then we're going to go again. We're going to stretch up nice and high. We're going to elongate the body. We're going to interlock the fingers. We're going to push up nice and high, squeezing our ears with our arms. As we reach this top point, we allow the elbows to come back slightly. We lift again through the torso. And again, we're just keeping these ankles nice and floppy as they walk backwards and forwards. From here, we plant. We're going to tilt one side, and then we're going to go to the other. So nice, slow, controlled movements, side to side. Now, as you're working through this, keep control of what you're doing, the control of the extension, the control of the flexion. Slow, controlled movements. 3 more here. 2 more here. And 1 more. And from here, releasing. From here, dropping the arms down by the side, reach down as far as you can with the right. Now, imagine you're inside a toast. We're going to keep ourselves nice and straight as we drop down to the side and come back up. You might find that there's some inhibition through the pelvis. There might be something pinching in your back or your sides as you're working through this. Just allow yourself to reach far down to the right and slowly come back up. Take notes to what's happening in your glutes, your hamstrings, and if you can feel what's happening in your feet, this is ideal. We want to feel from our big toe to our little toe, flat down to the floor, and from our toes to our heels grounded as well. We're going to change side. We're going to work down to the side, again, lifting and lowering, slow and controlled. The quicker you go, the less you're taking control of the movement and the more gravity is taking over. We lift our chest, we drop to the side, we slowly come back up and lower each time. 3 more here. Good. 2 more here. And 1 more. Really good. From here, we're going to circle up the hips. Get that pelvis moving. Slow, controlled movements. Try and get as much range as you can. And as you oscillate your pelvis, can you keep your feet big time flat to the floor? So that's big toe, little toe down to the floor and toes to heel down. Imagine that there are 3 points of your foot, your big toe, your little toe, and your heel that have all got to stay in contact with the ground. As you circle and stir with your pelvis. We're going to counterclockwise. We're going to go back the opposite way. Now your hips drive forward, your shoulders drive back. Allow that movement. 3 more here. 2 more here. 1 more here. And from there, shake it out. Coming down to the floor. Gently rolling to your back. Stretch your body out nice and tall. It's going to turn to a slight angle for you. From here, walk your feet in. Drop your arms down by your side. Work on your back bridge. What I want to do here, as always, is curling through the back. Just allowing the lower back to touch the floor. Curl back up. Push high, slow return again. Feel the curvature of your spine, taking note of any points of that spine that's preventing you to curl once at a time. Might be around what's called the sacroiliac joints. So where your spine joins down into that pelvis. So the lower part of that back. If you can't curl through that part of your back, work on its flexibility. See a sports therapist that can help to release off what's called the thoracolumbar fascia that surrounds those big muscle groups that all join in at that point. Keep that breathing nice and regular. Slow, controlled exhale of the breathing. Slow control of the extension of the spine, lowering back down to the ground. Let's roll to the right side. So we lay here, we extend the left leg out and high. We use our left hand in front of our chest, tuck the knee up, and to create the stability of our spine. Now what I want you to do is extend your right leg down at the floor and feel what's happening into the side of the tummy muscles of our left leg. Every time is high flexion of the knee, full extension of the leg, whole lateral side of our body engaged down to the floor, glutes nice and strong and engaged. Again, movement slow, controlled. High flexion, high work. Now, if you struggle with any of these movements, flex the bottom knee in perhaps. Maybe just work through a smaller range. Every time we're trying to get as much elongation through the body as we can. From here, holding that leg up. And I just want you to circumduct, so you're going to do a little rolls of that top leg going forwards. So you're going to try and take that leg up as high as you can. And if that leg is flopped forwards here, bring it back so it's up towards the ceiling. And rest. It's really tiring for all those muscle groups. So I'm just going to allow that to release and change. But everything that joins down through the into the gluteal group has to join onto the back and it works with the transverse abdominal to maintain that posture. So this is a great way of developing your back and abdominal muscles, even though I appreciate it's hip abduction and circling of that leg. So go back into it, circle the hip out wide and high, and if you point that toe, you'll get that engagement Tighten your glutes. This leg should be feeling really tight. If it's not, your leg has come forward and you're not lifting the leg. You're allowing gravity to tilt forward through your pelvis. And release. Let that knee tuck up. Give it a little bit of release. And let's swap over to the side. You'll feel some massive improvement in the change of your posture as a result of this class. Hopefully. Let's work on that top leg. And again, we're going to take out just a couple of lateral leg raises here. Hips driven forward. And now we knee tuck. We extend again. We knee tuck. We extend again. We knee tuck. Extend again. Two more here. Last one, high knee tuck. And release, let it drop. Keep the hips back into alignment, get that full extension through the lateral side of your body. Let's raise that top leg and circle back to point the toe. And again, this should start screaming at you after about 4 or 5. If it's not, bring your hips back, make sure that leg is top, up, and release. Good. Knee tuck forward, release, massage the outside of the glutes. Feel how much that's worked, perhaps in your back, your side tummy muscles, and see where it's got you. Let's go again, let's raise. Plan to flex, point that toe away, roll it forwards. Keeping that circling going, working hard. Oh, so it's all these muscles that help stabilize the pelvis. It's the lower part of our abdominal group on the lateral side. You just never get much work. You're working really hard and release. Oh, it's a killer of an exercise. Changing it over, roll back to the other side. So from here, we're going to lean on our top arm. You're going to see if we can get this trunk to flex to the side. What we're going to do is reach down towards our knee and then come back up again. So we use our weight on our forearm, we reach and extend again. Slow control back down each time. Now you feel you can do this, raise the top leg, give a little pinch through and pull through. So you feel everything working tight on the lateral side of your body, certainly down towards the ribcage. 3 more here. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Rolling over to the side. Again, drop your torso down just to release it out. And again, then lift yourself up, resting on that forearm. That forearm wants to be directly underneath that shoulder. Your pelvis, tummy leaning back slightly. Excellent. And from here, reach down towards the thigh. Now again, you might be able to get a bit more hip extension here as you're reaching down. Strong lift, strong lower. Keep working that pull, that range. Keeping that hand off the side of the leg. You want to feel all the pinches all the way through the side of those tummy muscles working hard. 4 more here. 3 more here. 2 more. and rest. Good stuff. Rolling to our front. That's important in abdominal training that we work our back strength. We're going to lay on our fronts as if we're in a press-up position here. Now, when we get here, we're going to make sure our knees are down to the ground and our knuckles are down to the ground as well. We're going to lift and curl through our spine, allowing our hips to drop down. We're then going to slowly drop back down through, allowing the sternum to come down to the ground. Let your shoulders relax in between each one. Big toe, little toe down to the floor. Breathe out, pull up, arch through the back. As you're doing this, you'll feel the extension through the abdominals. It's a lovely little exercise. Curl back through the body. Feel the extension again. Again, lift them strong. Try and extend the arms. If you can get your pelvis to come off the floor, brilliant. If you can't, don't worry. Just work feels safe, relevant, and effective for your movement. Two more here. And last one. And rest. Good stuff. Rolling back onto your back. And from here, just going to work through with our right arm extended overhead, our left hand onto our tummy. Our right knee is flexed, our foot flat to the floor, and our left leg extended. We're going to tuck up our left knee up to our right hand and then extend back down again. Now, as we do this, if you've got the range, you simply curl through the back, tucking the knee up to your hand and fully extending back over again. If, however, you can now push on that bottom leg and lift the pelvis off the floor. We tuck back out through into extension. We raise again. And we lift lower again. Three more here. Two more here. One more here. And rest. Extend both legs, extend both arms, stretch up tall. And let's swap it over. Our feet go flat to the floor again. We extend the right leg, the left arm goes overhead, and our right hand comes onto our chest. We curl in, and then we fully extend overhead. Drive strong along with the arm and the leg. Now, all the way through this class so far, we haven't brought any weights into the exercises. The concept of this training session is for you to go back through, perhaps on replay, and redo this class, either immediately, so you're lengthening out the workout, and you can quite easily bring your weight into your hand here, and drive forward, knee lift, and back again. Cool. Last one. And rest. Good stuff. Placing the weight safely back to the side. You were using that weight. From here, we're just going to oscillate the hips. Take our arms down to the side. Just put our feet flat to the floor, knees side by side. We're going to tilt the legs, knees over to the right side. Nice big stretch all the way through the lateral side of our body. Bring the knees back up. We take both knees over to the side. And as we do this, we try and keep both shoulders down to the ground. Slowly pulling back up and release. Taking yourself through into standing. From here, we have our feet fist scattered apart. We flex and feel a nice big lengthening through the lower back and through the back of the hamstrings. If you found some tightness in the back, or maybe some release out the back, it could well be because the hamstrings and the pelvis got to be released during that training session. It's a great way of training, because as you now stand, you should feel like you have a really good change and improvement in your posture, which is what we're looking for. We elongate, we stretch. So we take a tricep stretch, pushing forward with our pelvis, making sure the balls of our feet to the heels are down to the ground. We're going to stretch, we're going to release, we're going to swap over again. And from here, we release and relax. Really, really well trained. So, as I mentioned during that class, if you feel like you could elongate further, then do so. Replay and work through all those exercises. If you feel like you're bringing some light weights into the exercises, again, always make sure it's safe, relevant, and effective for you to train in that way. Bring in the weights to change up the intensity and the range of what we're working through. And as always, if I can help, please get in contact, send us a message, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you found that class really a benefit for you. I'll see you next time for the next one. Well trained. Awesome. Good stuff, guys. The camera's going to follow me. Hello, you can get closer to me as well. And we'll say goodbye. Well done. Really well trained, guys. That was